Okay, I'm going to do this a little different this time. I'm going to do a voiceover because I don't like talking while I'm painting too much. So here we go. Oh, that's cadmium red. I'm going to try to keep up here. That's cadmium red. She dipped into the cadmium red and is putting that near the top of one of those sections, as you can see, and clean it off good because it contaminates the yellow. And there's the yellow. That would be the warm yellow. This is a cadmium. Oh, and the back into the cadmium red and bringing some of the yellow into the cadmium red. And she's creating an orange and bringing the orange down into the yellow, being careful not to mess up that yellow too much. It's easily done. Careful with that red. And she's got quite a division line there. And there she goes. She cleaned off some of the red and she's mixing it in. So there you go. You've got your cadmium red, your warm red at the top, and your warm yellow at the bottom. See? Yep, that's what she just said. Yep, warm at the top, warm at the bottom. And now she's going in with the end of the brush. She's going to create some nice little designs. As you can scrape into this as long as it's wet, but I think she's getting carried away. Uh-oh, she's getting, she always does this. Go back, fix it. There you go. Fix it up. There we go. Okay, that's the first one. So the second one, I think she's going to use cadmium red again. And there she goes, cadmium red. There's cadmium red, that nice warm red. And she's putting that into the top. Like really, I think if she was smart, she would have done the yellow first because the cadmium red takes a lot more water to clean it off. And it would have been better to start with yellow. But there we go. There is the lemon yellow. That is Hansa yellow lemon, and it's quite a bit lighter than you can see the other one beside it. And now she's bringing that yellow, I can't see over the hand. Yep, she brought the yellow up into the red. And if you do this quick while it's still wet, it's way easier than having your acrylic dry. And there's not really that much of a difference in there. Come on, Cindy, bring that red down into, oh, more red, more red. There it goes. Now we're bringing it down into the center, gently, gently, gently before the paint dries. And she maybe had too much red on there. So now she's going to wipe it off, and there she goes. And now we have a nice gradient of red down to yellow. Oh, no, you just had to do it. You just had to dip into the red and put it down near the bottom. Come on, come on. Well, I guess it's going to have to stay that way. Yep. Now she's using a different pen. Okay, there's some. Don't get carried away this time. Just stop. 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 Oh, see, there we go. Oh, sure, yeah. Brush it off again. You just had to do it. Okay, so the next red I'm thinking is probably the pyrrole red. Oh, no, she didn't quite like it. She's still over there. Okay, come on. Pyrrole red. Pyrrole red is next. Pyrrole red is a little bit cooler red than the cadmium red. It's very bright red. It's not an orange red. It's quite a bright red. So it is there somewhere. There, and there it goes. There's the pyrrole red. It's a little bit, leans a little bit away from the orange and a little bit more towards the blue. And there she is using the warm yellow by the looks of it. Yeah, oh, there she goes. And she's mixing the two of them together, and it's off. She's off to the races. There we go. Now that's nice. That was fast. You don't have to do anything more there. Just stop. I think that's great. Is she going to leave it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and yellow. Yes. 1, 2, 3, and yellow. Okay, pyrrole red again. In the fourth section here, we got pyrrole red, and I am guessing lemon yellow will be next. There we go. Oh, she got a little bit of red into the yellow. Just a little bit. Clean that off good. Dip back into it again. There we go. Yeah, there is a little bit there. What can you do? You got to be careful when you're playing with red. Now, taking some of that red up into some of that yellow up into the red again, and blend that in nicely. There we go. Oh, and again. No, and again. Got a little carried away there. Gonna have to put a little more. There we go. A little more yellow. Read my mind. Okay, here we go. And still adding a little bit more yellow. Yeah, the cool yellow is not very strong compared to the warm yellow. Oh, 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 the yellow's almost gone. Don't cover the yellow. Oh well, there we go. That's nice. Now what? All right, I just got word that she's reached for the magenta. The magenta is a very, very cool red, almost a purpley red. And there it is. You can see that's a beautiful shade. Magenta's great. I use it a lot, actually. And she's probably going to put the cool yellow at the bottom of the warm yellow. Let's take a look and see what she's there. That looks like the warm yellow to me. And I believe this is, no, it's a mid yellow. That's what it is. She grabbed a different yellow this time. It's a Hansa Yellow Medium. And she's mixing the two together as usual and bringing it down into the yellow. So we've got some nice oranges in there. This magenta actually makes beautiful oranges. It's one of my favorites because it's so transparent. So there she goes, and she is mixing again. And the trick to the acrylics is to keep mixing while they are still wet, if you're going to do it this way. The wood stove makes it dry pretty fast in here, so you can't scrape into those anymore. They're dry, so gonna have to leave those just plain, just the way they are. But we can still scrape into this one. Looks like bubbles, 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 and more bubbles. Something. There we go. Okay, on to the next. Looks like she's trying to decide what color to use, but I have it on good authority. We're going to go with magenta and Hansa Yellow Light. So the magenta and the light yellow make a real, she's still thinking about it. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That looks like Hansa Yellow Light to me. So we're going to mix magenta at the top and Hansa Yellow Light. Oh, doubt she finally figured it out. Hansa Yellow Light first. That's the better way to go. There we go, and then it'll stay nice and clean. You won't get the red in it. So Hansa Yellow at the bottom, magenta at the top, and slowly coming down to meet the light. The magenta and Hansa Yellow Light are really nice together. They're both really cool colors, so they actually make quite beautiful, transparent oranges. So there we go. She's bringing it right down into the yellow. Don't go too far. As you can see, it's a little tricky mixing down into the yellow without leaving a line like the neighbor right next door to that one there to the left. And we've got more. Oh, don't touch the other one. You're already done. That was a close one. I think we're done. I think we can go now. Oh, nope, nope, hang on. She's scraping. She's going to scrape some lines on there. Just a few simple ones. Yep, a few simple ones at the top and blow drying. Going to blow dry before we go to the next step, but we don't need to see that. Okay, now we're going to go into the cutting. Make sure you have something heavy underneath there. I've got a piece of board, or not board, I got a piece of paper underneath there, heavy paper, and crop around so you leave a little bit of a white edge all the way around the red. And it just, I love that nice crisp edge. Goodness, oh good, I'm glad you weren't going to cut in the center of your fingers. That always looks scary. And this way. Get that line straight, and there you go. So that there is your piece of paper, and you can go ahead and decide what side you want. Do you want the yellow sticking out of your book or the red? Okay, let's go with the red and punch yourself a hole in there if you want, if you have a hole punch. And I don't like ribbons, so I use raffia. I've got all kinds of cool colors of raffia that I like. So there you go. There's the raffia, and just loop it over. You know, you shouldn't get cadmium paint on your hands. It's really not good for you. I washed my hands right after that. I should have been wearing gloves, but anyways, there we go. And And you've got a bookmark. Very cool. So you can write something on the back if you're giving it to somebody, or I got these cool little stickers. They're return label stickers, but I always make them for the back of all my artwork and items and stick that on the back, and you can give it away to somebody, stocking stuffer, or just a gift for somebody, or take them to the library and drop them off. So there you go. You've got a whole bunch of them to cut out, and you're ready to go. Well, that was just a fun little project to do, but if you want to dig a little deeper into color mixing, you can join me for one or both of the color mixing classes I've put together. The Art of Shifting Red will be online on March 24th and live at the Macmillan Arts Center April 14th. Both classes start 9:30 Pacific Standard Time and last for 3 hours. And then It Is Easy Mixing Green will be held online through Zoom March 25th and then live again at the Macmillan Arts Center on the 7th. Go to cmall.com and click on classes for more information. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.